was how to get traffic to my site.
If there's one thing that I struggled with the most when I first got online is getting traffic.
Welcome to Internet Traffic Mastery. You probably can't wait to dive in and just devour the whole thing, right?
When I got a hold of Internet Traffic Mastery, a whole ball game changed.
I was able to generate 1,000 leads in one day, and I was able to generate over $12,000 in sales.
I am a proud owner of the Internet Traffic Mastery course.
Exponential results in my business.
I'm easily able to get several hundred visitors to my website a day on autopilot.
It's gonna save you a lot of time, it's gonna save you a lot of frustration.
My sales conversion rates went up.
Well over 100 leads on average a day, and bring in 5 to 8 customers per day because of the training within Internet Traffic Mastery.
With no business experience, no marketing experience, I was able to start a business from nothing and turn it into a 7-figure enterprise.
Very, very powerful strategy, my friend.
This is the only program an internet marketer ever need about traffic.
It goes over all these different strategies.
I want to be able to track how many visitors I've got from this guy.
I can find traffic sources through the strategies that I've learned in Internet Traffic Mastery.
And you're going to learn how to use some of the traffic platforms that Fortune 500 companies are using for their business.
It's really that simple.
Through this training, I am becoming a master at traffic generation.
I've been on top of leaderboards. I'm a 6-figure earner because I apply the very same principles that I've learned in Internet Traffic Mastery.
Internet Traffic Mastery is going to teach you the strategies that work.
I've got results, I've got subscribers. It has been an unbelievable experience all round.
This can be a game changer for you, I kid you not.
Vic Strazius is very detailed in his teaching, and he doesn't hold anything back.
Our job is to find them, locate them, pinpoint them, contact them.
If you want to learn how to master traffic, this is the course for you.
This is it.
Go get it.
Go and get Internet Traffic Mastery. You won't be disappointed.
ITM, Internet Traffic Mastery, is the one that you definitely want.
You're not lacking traffic, you're lacking creativity, but not anymore, because I'm showing you what to do, okay?
This has taken my game to a whole nother level.
It's produced phenomenal results in my business as well as thousands of others.
This is next level stuff. Thank you so much for creating this product.
I'm really happy with the results that I'm getting. I've been able to do so many incredible things with the training that you are now going to have access to.
If you want to open floodgates of massive traffic into your business.
If you're looking for the ticket to freedom, this is it.
Hey Vic, I was hoping that I could convince you to take a few of those modules out of the product because I want to keep them all to myself.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the 4% Entrepreneur Show. Great to see you guys here. Hope you're doing fantastic. As always, my name is Vic Strazius. Happy to be here. Today, we're talking about list building. Today, I want to tackle this topic because it is important for any marketer, any entrepreneur, anything that you're doing online, offline, regardless what it is you're selling. Very, very quickly, our model that we're kind of following here, everybody wants this, right? So we've got sales preceding that. We've got conversions here, all right? And then we've got, so that's kind of like the flow. And then we've got list building, right? We got list building, leads to conversions, leads to sales. And then, of course, everything will start with getting the right kind of traffic. Okay, and then the traffic kind of stems from marketing. So this cloud right here is what we do in marketing. Okay, all right. So last episode. By the way, how's everybody doing? You guys doing good? Let me know in the comments real quick here. We are live. If you're watching this as a replay, I would appreciate your comments. I would appreciate your engagement. Let me know how if you're getting all this stuff. Great to see you, Carlos. Great to see you, Granell, Fred. Good to see you, Richard Brown. Good to see you, Charity, what's up? Gary Roberts, how are you, man? Gary, you play the guitar, brother? You should do like a little, show your talent here. And if you're the Gary, I'm thinking you are. I think we met at the event, one of the events. Anyway, great to see you guys here. So we're going to be talking about this stuff, right? So last episode, if you haven't watched that, it was on traffic generation. So everything starts with traffic, but what I want to do, the stuff that we're talking about here is ideas and strategies that personally helped me, and things that I have learned along the way over the last decade, and sharing it with you. Take this information for what it's worth. Pretty sure if you apply some of these ideas in your business, it will probably be really, really beneficial for you. Ultimately, okay, I want this to be effortless, right? That's kind of the name of the game here is sales, conversions. These things should come as a byproduct, as a default of something else that I do. So bulk of my work will be happening here, the kind of traffic that I generate, okay? And then what do I do in this process of list building, right? As I'm building my list, this will determine, okay? So this is like part one, this is part two. If I do these two things correctly, if I identify my right traffic sources, right? If I go after the right targeted people, which of course everything starts with the result that people want from whatever product that you are selling. So if I identify the right target market here, I put the right kind of ads in my marketing, in my advertising, right? There's two sides to marketing. There is external marketing and there is internal marketing, right? We can call it advertising and marketing. To me, what I do on the outside is more like, is getting attention, right? So I'm advertising out there. I'm getting people, I'm getting traffic, and then I get them to my, to my landing page here, which is I'm going to talk about. I'm going to give you guys five steps or 5 ideas, five key components, if you will, that will just keep it super simple. I'll simplify it down to the ridiculous here for you, but it'll be 5 things that if you focus on, if you integrate in your business strategically, this stuff will become effortless, okay? So conversion, sales, and money will become effortless. You never have to worry about chasing people down, hammering them, and just be like most of the marketers out there that you don't like. I don't know about you, but I don't really like being chased around, by companies. I don't know, maybe some of you guys watching this, you like to be chased around. I don't. So I want to engineer an outcome that this would be effortless. And there's a way to do it. I'm going to give you, there's 5 steps. So list building will be critically important in my process, which is what we're going to talk about today. How I build my list. So first and foremost, why is it important to build a list, okay? If we are not, okay, if you're promoting anything, if you don't have a list, you don't have a business, okay? List is your business asset. I know some people that have been on TV, infomercials, and literally tens of millions of sales coming through the doors, for products, and never build a list, never build an audience, never captured a list of people. And it's crazy. I mean, some of these people right now are literally back to square one. They were at the top of the world, in their prime, if you will. And right now that they're not there anymore, right now they're trying to make a living, and they're on the bottom because they don't have an audience. They had tens of millions of people watching them, and and kind of engaging with them through infomercials. But mediums change all the time, right? And some people, stuff that worked on TV right now doesn't necessarily work. So a lot of people right now are going after like, well, we've got this Facebook, right? So we've got Facebook, we've got YouTube as channels, right? We've got Instagram, and we see a lot of people are building a lot of following there, and they think that, well, that's my list. I have a following over there. And I'm here to tell you that while these platforms are great for monetization, we don't own it. So I never, ever, ever, ever look at any one of these as something that I own. I never rely on them. It does not do anything for you long term in your business. It might give you a little bit of a brand value, maybe brand credibility and all that stuff by having a lot of followers. But at the end of the day, I don't care about having a whole bunch of followers if they're not engaged, right? And these followers are distracted all the time, which is kind of, you know, what happens out there in the on the web. Well, what else we've got? We've got Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. What's the, you know, we got Twitter, you know, Twitter. All these are mediums, right? And so you want to monetize them. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about what I think when it comes to this kind of stuff. Okay, how to, you know, how you can structure or restructure or tweak your business in a way that at the end of the day, if any one of these go away, you're not going to be in shock. You're not going to be devastated. Your business will not stop. Your sales will not stop, right? Your brand will continue to move forward. You'll be building. It doesn't matter if you're doing services or products, you know, none of that stuff. So there's this stuff right here. And there is also, you know, other group of people that they're just selling a product, whatever that might be, to make a money, to make a living, and then they're just hammering that with traffic. The worst possible thing you can do, you know? So this is like the worst possible thing. The next worst would be like this, right? Is to send traffic to your landing page. Okay? We'll just do this. Traffic to your landing page, you build a list. Okay, and then you're like, yeah, I'm building a list. And then you just redirect people here, and then you just hammer your list with just one thing. The biggest thing I can share with you from my experience, the biggest thing that I can recommend to you, you know, if you're in marketing, if you're in business, if you're doing any sort of sales or building or selling any product, is never ever depend on anything that's one. Okay, if you're selling one product, if you're selling one thing, never ever depend on one, because you do not want to, like, I never want to be associated with, you know, Vic equals this one thing. You know what I mean? Write this down if you guys are taking notes. It's infinitely easier, okay? It's infinitely easier to build a brand nowadays, especially more than ever, okay, around a personality than it is around a product. So I might have the best product in the world. The product could be transformational, okay? But if I just rely on that product alone to keep my people around, because ultimately, why am I building this list? Well, the reason I'm building this list is because ultimately, what's my goal? And we talked about this on one of the episodes previously, which you guys can check it out on, depending when you're watching this. You know, so if you're here live with us today, we'll have the 4% hub opening up, and so all of these shows will kind of live on 4percent.com. You can go there, check it out, as well as access a whole bunch of other cool free trainings that we're going to be putting out a little bit later this week. We just had I had a little live stream last night to the, you know, some of the, you know, members and students of the 4%. We talked about what's coming up this week. That's a little side note. But if you're watching this and if you have not seen the episode where I talked about, you know, like the stuff that I'm doing today, right, should be strategic, and I should be thinking 10 steps ahead. I should be looking 10 miles ahead and be like, okay, where do I ultimately want to be? So if I'm grinding today, if I'm putting the work in today, if I'm advertising, spending money, right, to acquire this traffic today, I better have a process in place and a vision and a strategy for monetizing my list later on, so that my business, what I'm doing here, this is never me, okay? But the way that I structure my business, including all these things, which I want to talk about, I'll give you 5 steps in a moment here. It should ultimately be built around me, okay? So what is my big vision years and years and years down the road, okay? What's that star that I'm shooting for? And I need to know that. And so every single step that I'm taking here now, every single day, every single week, okay, as I'm putting in the work, as I'm investing in my business, I'm investing in never in that, okay? I'm investing in this guy right here. I'm investing in making this guy to become somebody who is going to be worth following, worth opening his emails, worth looking at whatever he is recommending, worth looking and following and getting advice from, and looking up to based on what industry I am in. Does that make sense, everybody? Okay? Because if I don't have this strategy mapped out, if I don't know what I'm doing, I'm always just shallow I'm swimming in shallow waters, and that will never last long term. And I'm always going to be in this rebuild mode, and life is going to be difficult. Okay, so some people say, well, email marketing is dead. Have you guys heard that? Right? If you're watching this live here, how many of you guys have heard other gurus right now, right, with all of these things available to us? We can hear things like, well, email marketing is dead. Okay? What's up, Phil? It's good to see you. Okay? Email marketing is not dead. Email marketing is dead for those who don't understand how to monetize and the purpose of email is. Okay? Email marketing will not be dead. Okay? Email marketing is dead to people that follow a wrong plan and a wrong strategy. Now, when you combine email with something, a few other things I'm going to share with you here, then you don't necessarily rely 100% on email marketing, but you position yourself in a way that your email is effective, right? And so a very simple test for us is I'm looking at my inbox right now. Look, between all of my email addresses here on this computer, I have, oh my goodness, 524,907 emails just sitting between all the different email addresses that I have, right? 524,907 emails sitting in my inbox right now on this computer. Okay? That's the noise that's out there. So I got to understand that. As a marketer, look at yourself, right? Look, I'm going to look at myself. The easiest thing for me to do is take a look at just listen to yourself, to how you feel about what you see in your industry. So you can take this and apply it to any industry that you want, okay? Internet marketing, whatever, right? Do you check every single email? No. But do you check email? Yes. Right? You might have one email account, you might have 15 or 20 or more. Okay? Now, I do check email, but I check email from those people that I care to check email from. Okay? There are some emails that I'm getting that I'm going to open every single one of them. And there is a vast majority of the emails that I'm getting that I won't even touch. I won't even open them. I won't even bother to delete them, right? They'll just like, whatever, right? They'll just filter themselves out eventually based on the filters that I have set up in my folders, right? This is the world that we live in. Now, so there's an issue there, right? If you don't know what you're doing, this is where a majority of marketers are at. Your email open rate is like 2%, your email click-through rate is like 1%, and then and you send out an email and like nobody wants to watch your stuff, okay? Because you're doing this model like most of the people out there are doing, okay? I'll talk to you about some of the solutions to that in a minute here. There's another group of people here. They say, well, I'm just gonna build my Facebook, YouTube following and all these things. Well, I can tell you this. We've got, let me go over there. Okay. When Facebook started out, okay, we had about at 4% on Facebook, right? So our page had maybe about 110,000 or something like that when Facebook opened up their Facebook Live. Okay, you guys remember that? It was a big buzz. Everybody was like, all the marketers like, dude, this is so awesome. We're going to do Facebook Lives, community, and all that stuff. So at that time, when a platform, right, such as these guys right here, when they coming out with a new feature, okay, they will favor that feature if you use it. So when Facebook Live came out, okay, Facebook favored those users who did Facebook Live because they wanted to expand that feature, right? Needless to say, obviously, that's what they would do. And so when I would go live on Facebook, right, I would get like 1,100 people to show up, okay? Like 1,100 people within 15 minutes, okay? Because Facebook would put it up, out there and deliver that video to the people that follow the page, okay? Well, recently, as we all know, Facebook is doing some changes, right, to their platform. And so the reach right now is what I'm seeing, okay, has gone down by about 95%. Everybody's complaining about it, okay? Everybody. All the major marketers, all the big shots, or people that have, 1 million followers on Facebook, they're getting 200 people to see their live when they go live on Facebook, okay? It's an issue. You know why? Because when Facebook released a new feature, initially they will favor you, okay? And so when that stuff happens, we have small windows, okay, of time for smart entrepreneurs to be able to monetize as much as possible on that opportunity. Same thing happens with Instagram right now, right? So IGTV is live, okay? So people that utilize that, for those that care to go play that game, I think it's a tremendous opportunity right now, okay? With YouTube, okay, same thing with YouTube right now as well. But take a look at Facebook. So there was a very, very, finite time, okay, this little dash of time, a few months, maybe several months, where Facebook favored FB Lives, right? So when we go on Facebook Live, we could get tremendous engagement, okay? We were getting like 1,000 on average, like 1,000 viewers for every live, okay? And then it kind of ended, all right? And then that 1,000, okay, became like 100. The reason for that is because Facebook now wants guys like us, okay, entrepreneurs, marketers, they want us to pay, okay? And that's how they make money, okay? So if I don't pay Facebook, the people that follow me, the people that follow you, they will never ever see your message, okay? There are some creative ways to go about it and things like that, right? But Facebook is the platform, they set the rules, and if I play on their platform, okay, I will never, ever, ever be able to scale my business long term playing by somebody else's rules, okay? So what I need to do is I need to create my own platform, okay? I need to strategically create my own, metaphorically speaking, Facebook, my own YouTube, my own Instagram, my own Twitter, my own thing where I can control the reach, I can control the audience. And those audience, right, that come to me, my list right here, those audience, I've got to be a certain type of person, authentically, genuinely, right, and genuine about it, so that these audience and me, okay, we would have this connection, something's happening here, so that when my people, okay, have 500,000 emails in their inbox sitting like I do, when they get my email, I want my open rate to be as high as possible, okay? Sometimes my open rates can be 40%, sometimes can be 60% on like hundreds of thousands of emails sent. That's pretty good, okay? So I want to share with you guys 5 steps here. Take this information for what it's worth, but never, ever, ever think that this is your business. You should be able to utilize this platform. That time, okay, like on Facebook back in the day, okay, if you would utilize that time window to build to do something that I'm going to show you here, okay, you fund this, okay, so you leverage, this is leverage, okay, use these to leverage yourself. Great opportunities to leverage. Go viral, all that stuff, but it's always going to be temporary. Facebook and YouTube right now, they're fighting between each other, okay? These two are rivals. So Facebook's got Instagram, right? YouTube's got what? Google, right? So search engine, Google is the biggest search engine. YouTube is second biggest search engine. Facebook has got IGTV now competing with YouTube. So these three right here, okay, there's a vicious fight going on between them. And so what we can do is we can just, based on what these guys are doing, we should be able to leverage strategically, and always, always remember, you don't have a business. This is secondary to you, okay? So always building this concept. Now I'm going to give you 5 steps here, okay? And we're going to cut it, and I might actually give you a little map, because I follow, I follow this stuff here. Let me show you. Take this, okay? So we're going to be having, on FourPercent, some of the trainings, Somebody says it takes time. The time is going to go by no matter what, you know? So I always follow a blueprint. And some of these blueprints that I've developed took me 13 years, over a decade, to literally develop them and build them, you know? And I want to share with you 5 steps. Where's my marker? Okay, 5 steps here for effortless to engineering effortless conversions, okay? 5 steps. Step number 1, let me see how far I can go. Okay, I'll just do this. Step number 1, first and foremost, I've got to think about is this, is if I have a product that I'm promoting, and my goal is to make as many sales for that product as possible, or service, it doesn't matter, right? Provided the product is good, provided it's something I believe in and all that stuff, which in that case, I should go absolutely crazy about being relentless in my pursuit to becoming that true 4%er, that top of the top, that sliver, you know, of great, you become that great marketer that I should be to get that product that I'm promoting, if it's a good thing, into as many hands as possible, right, of my customers. So if I had something that I really believe in, you know, if I'm timid about it, am I really serving somebody? Okay? Harry, how you doing? Okay. Okay, so then I got to understand, even if I have the greatest product in the world, okay, you can have how many of you guys agree this? If you have the greatest product in the world, you still got to get attention in the marketplace, because the marketplace is so noisy, right? It's crazy. It's crazy noisy. So step number 1 is I need to think about this, okay? I've got to get attention. Okay? I've got to get attention. I'm going off. Hang on one sec here. I'm going to do this. Number 1. Okay, I've got to get attention. We're good? Okay. Step number 2, these are the things I got to be conscious about and deliberate in creating and engineering. Okay, see, marketing, I know a lot of people watching this show, they're promoting opportunities, they're just part of an organization, you know, and that's how I started out. You know, I started out promoting direct sales company, you know, already have a product there, got like tens of thousands of people promoting the thing, and I was like one of those tens of thousands of people trying to promote a product. Okay, take a look at what you're doing and ask yourself, are you any different from the thousands of other people that are doing the exact same thing that you're doing? And I had to ask that myself when I started out in this noisy industry. It wasn't as noisy back then. We did not have Instagram. We did not have Facebook. You know, there was MySpace. And I don't know if you guys remember, there was like 2000, if anybody old-timers here, you know, in the marketing space, there was this thing going where people would have their YouTube. I think YouTube was just getting popular back then. And a lot of people would have, you know, in their description, that was maybe it was my MySpace, but the popular thing would be like, you know, when you post something and you would have subscribe now, okay? Subscribe now. And then so you would have that thing going down the list like million lines, right? Like subscribe now, subscribe now, subscribe now, before people would post the description. Who remembers that kind of stuff? And I always looked at that, I'm like, dude, why are you showing your desperation here, right? Somebody is putting up a MySpace, a post or a profile or something, and then they would have this like subscribe now, subscribe now, subscribe now, subscribe, and then they would start going to the description here, you know, of whatever the thing was. And I always looked at that. I'm like, it never made sense to me, because I'm like, dude, if you're doing this kind of stuff right here, you're trying to break through the clutter. You're trying to, you know, kind of scream louder than your competitor out there. And to me, this kind of pushes me away a little bit, right? What's up, Ellen? Charlie, what? You remember that? Okay. So that was back in the day. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to understand this model. Okay. Get attention, number one. We'll talk a little bit about that in a minute here. Okay. Step number two is once I got the attention, they don't know me. They could care less about me. Okay. Your people that are clicking on your ads out there that you're advertising, they could care less about you, right? They could care less about me. You could care less about me right now, right? The only reason you're here is because you want to know how can this guy, can Vic, help you get to the next level in whatever it is that you're doing. True or true, right? It's true. I understand that, right? And so us as marketers, we have to understand the world that we're playing, or the game that we're playing, right? So if this is the game, then we got to play by the rules. And so if I understand the rules, I can play by the rules and create a win-win. So step number two, okay, I need to create interest. Not create, I need to create interest. I want to get attention. Step number two, I'm going to create interest. Or manufacture interest, okay? There's a way to do it. Grunel, great to see you. Phil, is great to see you. Yvonne is watching. Great. Mark. Okay, great seeing you guys. All right, Charity, Jim, what's up? Okay, so I want to create an interest. Still, people could care less about me. I've got to get them interested in what? Okay, I need to get them interested. Maybe we can do this. If this is the product that I'm selling and everybody wants, like, so desperate to sell the thing, at the end of the day, everybody's like, how do I make a sale? How do I make more money? How do I get more of this in my bank account? How do I grow my bank account? Where you grow your bank account by understanding the process, right? We talked about it in the last episode, in the previous one, which you guys can go to FourPercent.com, you can check out all those episodes. The way that I'm going to create an interest is not by talking about my product, because that is irrelevant. It is completely irrelevant, okay? I could care less about this Expo marker right here, okay? I could care less about it. I don't care if it's Expo or you know, or Obsi or something, you know, if you read it backwards. Like, it doesn't matter, just make up the name. I don't really care. You know what I care about? I care about having a good marker to write on this whiteboard so that people that are watching can see it clearly. And I'm looking for the best marker, whatever that brand is, whatever that marker is. It doesn't matter if it's this big or if it's a tiny one, it doesn't matter. I need a marker that would get me a particular result, okay? I'm looking for a result, okay? The big R right here, okay? Okay, see what I'm saying? So if I want to have a certain result, this should be, and hopefully it is, just a means to an end that I'm promoting, okay? And so I'm going to create an interest by identifying what it is that this traffic that I'm going for, okay? So we got traffic, we got list building, okay? We got traffic, we got list building, and then, again, these two things will create this as a default, as a byproduct. So going after the right target audience, understanding this, how I can create interest, okay, will be through my ads talking about the result, okay? Step number 3, what I need, okay, is I need to get this traffic to opt in, okay? I need them to opt in some sort of a landing page, okay, something where I can capture them to my list. Okay, so that's kind of the model here. I need to have a landing page, a capture mechanism, not a rocket science, everybody knows about that. It's been around for many, many years now, right? All of us should be capturing this and having this mechanism. Now, this should never be about the product. Again, people can care less about the product here. This landing page should always be about the result. The way I'm going to create interest is the copy that I have on my landing page. Okay, so what I want to do is maybe one of these sessions we can dedicate towards copywriting. How many of you guys would be interested in doing copywriting? Yes, a little copywriting training. And I can talk to you about the stuff that I've learned over the years that worked. Maybe show you some ideas for copywriting and some specific examples of landing page connecting to the result, bypassing the product so that it naturally creates an interest for the product. Okay, if I can do that, let me know in the comments if you would like a copywriting episode, and we might do a copywriting episode. Okay. By the way, I appreciate you guys if you enjoy, like if you're getting any value from this content, which obviously is free. I'd appreciate if you share it. Let me know by hitting the like buttons or thumbs up wherever you're watching this. That'd be awesome. Funny enough, this can be depending on what you're promoting. Remember, I told you like you can apply this stuff to any industry. I actually came across, and that was quite interesting to me. Let me see if I can maybe show you this on the computer screen here. Okay, so can we close up? Can we do a close up on this? Okay, can you guys see this computer screen? Okay, see this right here? Okay, see this right here, yeah? Okay, so that camera right there. So this is a landing page that I've seen, and I took a screenshot of this. I take screenshots of a lot of different things. Have like a little Rolodex for yourself. You got to have a Rolodex of ideas. Like if I'm driving in the car, and I would see a billboard with a saying on it or a message or something. If it got my attention, guess what I do? We all have our cell phones, right? So you want to have an entrepreneur's eye and an entrepreneur's ear. So if you're listening to something, I love to watch commercials. I love to watch billboards, and kind of pay attention to what's around me and getting ideas. And I create idea file, okay, for myself. So one of the things that I've done is took a snapshot. This is Trump-Pence campaign, right? And so this was not super long ago, but he says, hey, official presidential job performance survey, right? And so how would you rate President Trump's job performance so far? Very controversial topic, isn't it? Right? You got half of the country hating him and half of the country absolutely love Trump, right? Right? Politics aside, doesn't matter, whether you love him or hate him. The idea, though, is brilliant, okay? Because you've got this market, okay? You've got this market seeing this ad, and I don't remember whether it was Facebook or somewhere or just like one of the retargeting things that I've seen it in. I saw an ad, right? I clicked on it. All right, so therefore this went through this, right? So traffic, they are building their list because they got me to this landing page here, okay? And it's a very controversial thing because everybody in that, in that environment, whether you love him or hate him, most people will want to participate. And so what they're doing is they're like, hey, rate his performance. Good or great, good, okay, other, right? You know what? I think my suspicion is that these things are really, really quite irrelevant. Maybe they want to know, but I don't think that was the reason why, primarily, okay? I think the reason why comes in this second half of this landing page, okay? This is a landing page right here. See what I'm saying? It's creativity, okay? You got to enter your name, last name, email, zip code, record my response. Guess what that's going to do? Okay? Guess what happens as soon as I hit submit button? That goes where? Right? That goes to their list. And in this case, they want to know my zip code because if they'll do local rallies or campaigns or whatnot, right? They want to know what state I'm from, if I'm Republican, if I'm Democrat, you know the game, right? That concept works in any niche, okay? If you just think about it strategically, creatively, okay, the result. People that hate him, they want him out, so they're going to rate him terribly. Either way, he got him on a list, okay? So think about, okay, the old survey. Yeah. So think about what it is that I'm doing, that I'm selling, okay? And I want to capture it. So this, I can create interest, okay? I've got to manufacture, I've got to create interest. It could be about, positive or negative. People will be interested about avoiding a challenge, or moving towards, so avoiding pain or moving towards pleasure, right? So it's a pain-pleasure type situation. And most people will do more to avoid pain than to gain pleasure. Okay. Again, copywriting stuff, we can talk about it. I see a lot of you guys want to do a copywriting episode, so we might do a copywriting episode here soon. Okay. Now, second thing or third thing, what I want to do, okay, is immediately, as soon as I got him here, okay, remember, if they are on my list, they are on many people's lists. In my niche, different niches, I'm competing with Gucci shoes, okay, ladies that are on my list. I'm competing with Apple. I'm competing with, you name it, Samsung. I'm competing with everybody in the world. You don't have to be in the same industry to be competing for attention, right? So what I ultimately want to do is I want to bust through the clutter. I should strategize. Everything that I do in my business should be strategic. How do I cut through the noise, right, and connect with that particular prospect? And so what I want to do is I want to create a unique environment, okay? Or better yet, I can say, maybe instead of your environment, I can create a unique experience, maybe better, okay? I want to create a unique experience for that person, okay? So this person right here, okay, I really dumb things down for myself a lot, and how I go about doing this, you guys, just so you know, is I just think about myself. Like, I'm watching as an entrepreneur, as a marketer, I'm watching what's the messages that I'm being exposed to. I'm like, all right, does this get my attention? No. Somebody's, if I see a message and somebody's like, get this, please get this, and like trying to almost plea for me to do some business with them, that personally for me, it repels, okay? It has no power. If you, well, I'll talk about that a little bit later, okay? But I want to take this person right here, and I want to immediately I want to separate myself, okay? Because my list is me right here. Let's just do a ghetto style here, everybody. Okay, this is me, okay, in red, and this is my prospect. Okay, I want to create that as soon as possible. Okay, I want to make myself stand out so that he might not be like, well, yeah, this guy is completely cool, but I just want to get his attention. I want to create a unique experience for him immediately. That could be, how can I do this? Anybody know? Okay, how can we create a unique experience? It can be several things. Okay, just refreshing to make sure you guys are still with me. Okay, would love to have a copywriting. Yeah. If you guys like copywriting episode, we can definitely do that. Let me know in the comments, and we can definitely do a segment on copywriting. Okay, so I can create a unique experience. Okay, where getting attention and creating interest, it will be all around the R. Okay, this will be all about the result. Okay, whatever they want, that's how I get their attention, get their interest through that, talking about the result. As soon as they're on my list, now this, I don't even think about that. Okay, so I want to think about this guy because we're dealing with people. Okay, so entrepreneur, if I understand that every single dollar is going to come from somebody's pocket, okay, I do commerce and it's dealing with people, it's economy. I'm giving you money, you're giving me product or service. It's exchange of money for products or services. That's basically what, economy simplified. That concept times millions of people. So I understand that this guy might transact with me one time on a product, but I don't, if I'm gonna bust my butt getting the traffic and advertising and investing, I don't want to be in a transaction business. I want to be in the relationship business. Okay? Write this down. You don't want to be in a transaction business. You want to be in the relationship business. So immediately what I want to do is I want to start positioning myself that's somebody who is a little bit different than the masses that he is being exposed to, okay? I never, ever, 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 ever want to pressure him to buy, ever. I don't care, okay? Because I don't want to be pressured to buy. Do you? You don't want to be pressured to buy. You go to a car lot and, you know, every single car that I've ever bought was, I did not buy it from somebody who was desperate or who was pressuring me to do something I did not want to do, or it made me uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Don't make them feel uncomfortable, and don't pressure them, because that stuff repels. Never ever plea or come across as desperate. Okay? Lima Comrick says, speak to your passion. Yeah, but he could care less about me, really, right? This guy could care less about me. What do they care about? They care about them. Everything has to be about them. Okay? I don't like pressure, Phyllis says. Okay? So I want to go to the next. So I can create a unique experience right away by doing several things. And again, this stuff can be engineered. If you guys, we have an in-depth program, and I believe that might be even one of the free programs inside on FourPercent.com, where it's list building strategies. Okay, I think it's what it's called. If you're watching this live, it will be dropping sometime later this week. If you're watching this as a replay after the fact, then probably already there by the time you're watching this, but it'll be on FourPercent.com. So I can create a unique experience initially, understanding he could care less about me, but that could be the quality, okay? Because as soon as he opts in here, okay, I redirect him to a page. Okay, let me do this. I redirect him to a page because I want to set myself up right away. Let me just redraw this just a little bit here. Okay, so we'll do this guy we'll do a smaller dude right here. Okay, this will be our relationship building, you know, outcome here, you know, and then so typically he gets redirected to a page. Okay, and typically this is some kind of a money page or an offer page or whatever it is that I'm promoting, which is fine. Okay, he can see that, and so very small percentage of these people being redirected here. Okay, same thing. Maybe my first email will be, hey, you know, you wanted to get this result, check this out. This is going to help you get that result. That's about it. Okay, I don't want to be like, you know, buy, because what he's going to do, he's going to unsubscribe. Or worse yet, he's just going to start ignoring you. And when you because every time you send out an email, you're conditioning your list, you're conditioning them through the repetition of engineering and creating or evoking a certain feeling in them, okay? Same thing for you. Look at yourself. When you get an email from somebody, it's always buy. It's always, it's going away, it's going, buy, right? That creates a certain feeling inside of you to where you're like, dude, I don't want to open that email anymore. So you just start ignoring them. So your emails could potentially start falling on blind eyes and deaf ears, okay? You might still have a subscriber. You're paying for that subscriber to your autoresponder, okay, for the size of the list, but nobody's engaging, so your open rates are like 2%. No point in doing that, okay? So I'll show him this, but then my unique experience could be, okay, this page, if I have control over this page, the easiest way to create an experience, a unique experience, is quality, okay? I know some people are like, well, don't care about quality, you don't have, just throw stuff out there, and I disagree, okay? I disagree. I think that in marketing, I think quality matters, right? When I see a sloppy sales page, right, or a page that is trying to sell me something and it looks like it was put together by a 12-year-old back in 1995, I honestly don't have a feeling that I really want to do business or commerce with that particular thing. You know what I mean? So quality will be the easiest thing that we could focus on, okay? Right away, followed by copy, okay? So two things, so quality, aesthetics. Apple just became a $1 trillion evaluated company, first in the history of the world, okay? what do these guys, what are they obsessed about? The product might not be the best product, right? Might be glitchy. iPhone, what is it? iPhone 4, whatever the iPhone model was, where the antenna was malfunctioning and would drop calls. So the product might not be as like literally the best in the world, although I think it kind of is, But this company always obsessed about aesthetics, right? Make people like the products, the experience of unboxing the product. And a lot of companies are now trying to model that, right? You see companies like Tesla, they're trying to model their experience. Companies, even their competitors right now, they're trying to model that, right? Back to, and so aesthetics important, okay? So you guys, if you don't, like if you're marketing, all right, and if you don't have an eye or a style in your marketing and how you present your stuff, it's definitely something that you need to address, okay? Either you get better at it, some people just don't have taste no matter what, right? And that's fine. So what you need to do in that case is maybe bring somebody on your team who could create cool looking pages, right? Maybe hire a designer. Don't be cheap on your journey to greatness, Don't be cheap, because that investment, maybe you need yourself a nice, maybe you need to invest $500 or $1,000 on getting a designer, professional designer, to make your stuff look epic, right? Look great. And you're gonna cheap out on that $1,000, but here you are putting $1,000 to getting this traffic, and your traffic is getting an experience that's just like average, or worse yet, like what I see a lot of marketers are doing, just like no aesthetics on the page, long sentences, no margins. It's like complete mess, right? The colors that they're just crazy, and that repels your people. They're like, all right, whatever, and then your copy is not that great, okay? And then again, your business is a reflection of you. So if you have that going on, there's a good chance that you personally are a certain type of person, or the way that you see yourself, that you really don't care about that. Does that make sense, right? So how you are is how you will tend to create your stuff here, okay? So if you're a sloppy person, that will typically, maybe not 100% of the cases, okay? Can I be truthful with you? Here's what I see. I see sloppy people, overwhelming majority of their, of their marketing is sloppy. Like, in how they come across and everything else, okay? So that's why I don't have a business, I am a business. So this is just an extension of me. Don't be cheap about creating greatness and great success in your journey, okay? So quality, and then what I want to do, okay? What else can we do to create a unique experience, okay? What else? A unique experience could be, as soon as you send them here, okay, unique experience could be a survey, okay, maybe. Some sort of an engagement, okay? Because when I look at what my competitors are doing, okay, when I'm seeing all those 500,000 emails, in my inbox, and I just, average, no attention, doesn't get my attention, this got my attention, right? And so there's typically a common pattern why some things get my attention. How can you create engagement with your people, okay? Knowing that this guy is going for a certain result, can I create an engagement with him? An engagement could be the easiest way, one of the easiest ways to create engagement is a survey, okay? Knowing what he opted in for, okay, how you got him, all these things are connected, okay? So I'm engineering. It's not easy. You guys, if it was easy, everybody would be millionaires, man. Everybody would be crushing it, and sales would be flying in, nonstop. But because this is not easy, it makes your job as a 4% marketer that much easier, okay? If you do If you do what's easy, your life will be hard. We talked about it last night, in our 4% group. Okay? If you do what's easy, your life will be hard. If you do what's harder, your life will be easier. You'll have a lot of that. Okay? So people that are promoting opportunities, people that are promoting network marketing companies, people that are selling products, ask yourself, if I was to take you out from the process and I came across somebody else's ad, doing the exact same thing that you're doing, would I even notice a difference? And in most cases, not. So I want to become somebody who is going to be difficult to replace. Okay, so survey is an easy way to create engagement. Hey, just wanted to let you know, send in an email. Just wanted to let you know that I'm here for you. Okay, you wanted to get more information about creating whatever the result is. Okay, I'm here to help. Can you tell me or answer these 3 simple questions? Takes you 40 seconds. Help me help you. Put it out there. And so what you can do is, again, you're doing this in an autoresponder, right? So first series of engagements. Second, so whatever these steps are, to me, I want to make sure that they're strategic and can be systematized. Okay? Because when I have this person coming and being on step 1, as he progresses and there is other people coming after him, okay, through the same process, I want to have this stuff in place, okay? And then if this is a survey that he takes and he says, hey, I want to know about X, okay, or I need help with X, and I have a lot of people that are coming through this process saying, hey, I want, X1 or X2 or X3, okay, like your top 3 things that people are looking for, then I know, okay, I've got this audience here, these people, they are looking for these top 3 things, okay? So then in my creation of the experience here, okay, I will know what to do. And so as they're progressing through this systematically through this funnel, right? I want to make sure that eventually I can take myself completely out of the picture, out of the equation, okay? And my sales will still be effortless, okay? As I'm doing this, here's what I'm going to do, okay? What's up, Paul? Hey. Okay, I want to do this, okay? I want to engineer, okay? Authority. Okay? How do I engineer authority? Okay? Why is this important? I'll tell you in a minute. I don't like that word engineer. Maybe we should say this. Maybe we should say establish authority. Let's say establish authority. Okay? I want to establish authority. And the reason that I want to establish authority is so that, okay? Think about it like this. Think of medical, okay? You go to a doctor, and you go to a doctor who is like, hey, that same, remember that I had it, a few minutes ago, I was talking about MySpace back in the day. Subscribe now, subscribe now, subscribe now, subscribe now, subscribe now. You go, you call a doctor and he's like always available. He's like, hey, come on in, please come on in. I want to see you today. Please come on in. Can you be here in 20 minutes? Like, that screams desperation. Do you go to that doc? No. Okay? You have another doc who's authoritative. Maybe you have to have a long list, waiting list to see him. He charges a lot more, right? But everybody wants to see him. Why? Because he has authority. The question for you is, do you have authority in your space? Okay? Do you have a very simple test is this. Take a look at your email open rates, take a look at your engagement, and that will tell you. Okay? If you, again, a little side note here, but a little test. If you want to test, okay, if you have this personal engagement going on between you and your list, is if you don't communicate with your list for a few days or a week, will people email you and say, hey, what's up? Where did you go? If nobody asks you that, then you're no different, you're not valuable, you're not noticeable, right? You're just like anybody else in your space, just trying to make a buck. And so in that case, getting this will always be a struggle for you, always. Okay? But some of the things that you can do to establish authority is this, is know your game. Okay? So if I'm talking to an audience of marketers, and I'm being a marketer for, now well over a decade, 14 years now, and I am committed to becoming a figure of authority on the topic, not having authority over people. Never do that craziness, right? That's just dumb. But you want to be authoritative figure on your topic in your space. Okay? How do you create authority? The easiest way, you guys, this day and age, it's not about how you look, although that might be relevant. Okay? Right now you got people that are in, people that are in suit and ties are working for people that are in t-shirts and, and shorts. And you know what I mean? It's not about that, okay? Creating authority is this. You want to be, there's a couple things. And again, I'm going to dive deep into this in list building mastery that you guys will be able to find coming to 4percent.com. But there's a few things that I need to be mindful about creating an authority, okay? On one of the previous episodes, we talked about, on the Entrepreneur Show, we talked about having a certain type of personality index, okay? You guys remember that? A personality index. So everybody, every marketer has a certain personality index, okay? Hang on one sec here. So if I have a high personality index, that basically means like how do people perceive me? Do people perceive me like this guy is like, like nobody wants to talk to you, or do they perceive you as a friend? Do they perceive you as somebody who is just a cool dude that they want to have a cup of tea with, and go chill, talk about it. So you want to do that, and that kind of will stem from who you are. Your personal appearance matters to a degree. So personal appearance, okay, never be sloppy. Even if you're dealing with, like plumbers and things like that, if you want to serve them or carpet people, right? You want to hold yourself a couple notches above your level or your marketplace, okay? So whatever people in your marketplace are, you want to be a little sharper in your appearance, right? Second thing is your energy level, okay? So these are things that people judge you like in the first couple seconds, right? You can judge somebody, literally in the first couple seconds by their energy level, by their appearance, by their eye contact or not, or lack thereof, And so the easiest thing on that topic of energy level is this. If you're typical, let's see if I have, okay, I'll just use this. Okay, so if your marketplace, okay, if these lines represent the energy level of your marketplace, just in general, okay, whatever your community is, whatever it is that you're doing, okay, and most of your people are floating somewhere between, these lines here. They're like, hey, dude, Monday, life sucks. I gotta grind. I gotta go after this money. I gotta pay my, my bills, and this. It's like dragging, It might not be toxic, but it's definitely not bubbly, okay? And if this is your market, if this is your guy right here, okay, he's at this level, maybe this is on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe, right? And you wanna start building authority, establishing authority with him. It's a combination of things, okay? If it was as black and white as most people, propagate it to be, take this swipe, send it out, make money. Doesn't work. Okay? Say this script, go out there, make sales. Doesn't work. It's a combination. It's like baking a cake, dude. You gotta have certain ingredients in a certain order, baked for a certain, at a certain temperature for X amount of time, and then you have a cake. So it's like a process, right? Something similar here. So I want my energy level to be, if this dude is like a 3, okay, I want it to be about a 6, okay? I want it to be about a 6. I don't want to be super off the charts because guess what? It will just, this guy is going to be like, well, the dude is just crazy, man. I'm not going to, it's totally out of my zone, right? Like out of the park crazy. And so you might have a few people connecting with you if you're like completely crazy on a scale of 1 to 10 with your enthusiasm, So I want to be, 2 or 3 notches above my perceived market, okay? So whatever your market is, and if you're in the market long enough, you will know, right? So if you pay attention to the chatter, if you pay attention to what people are posting on Facebook, just take a look at your Facebook wall, man. People that you're following, I mean, some of these things are just completely insane. Like completely, it's like, dude, people are either crazy lonely or just crazy, like literally, when you see some of the things that they're posting. And that's your competition, man. You know what I'm saying, ladies? I mean, that's your competition. So what I want to do is I want to have controlled enthusiasm, right? Controlled enthusiasm. You don't want to be wacky, just nuts, right, with your enthusiasm, because that will immediately disconnect it. And you don't want to be on their level because that's where they are. And God forbid if you fall below their level. You don't want them to be above you on the level of enthusiasm or the level of personal bubbleness, if you will, right? You want to be 2 or 3 levels above them. Controlled enthusiasm, okay? How do you establish controlled enthusiasm? You are not going to be enthusiastic about something if your sole focus is how can I make money? How can I make a sale from that guy? Because just like the dog can smell fear, your market, your subscriber, the person that you're communicating with, they can smell your intention. They can sense your intention, okay? No crazies. Phyllis. This is Tony Robbins stuff. I'll tell you, Tony Robbins stuff, he's got controlled enthusiasm. He knows when to turn it up, when to turn it down, okay? Guys, everybody goes through crap in life, everybody. Not a single person, everybody, okay? From the guy that's down in the gutter to the guy who's a multi-billionaire, everybody's got issues, okay? You got issues, I've got issues, that guy got issues, that guy got issues, everybody's got issues, okay? Never, ever, ever allow your issues to interfere, okay, in what you're doing here, okay? People don't need to know your problems. They don't. They don't care, okay? Most of them don't care, and a few of them glad it's with you, So don't take your issues to your communication here. You know what I mean? You want to train yourself, and this is a skill that you need to, marketers need to learn, is being able to detach yourself from some stuff that you're dealing with. Maybe in business you have bumps and things going not as well as you want them to go. Okay, it's not about you. Okay, the easiest way to understand is when you're doing this, it's never about you. Okay, it's never about you. If it's about you, people will sense it, but it's about them. So your energy level should always be there. Okay, make sense? Okay, Mr. Vic, I'm very happy. I'm from Cameroon, Africa, and I'm hungry to make it online. I was able to save 1,000, which 700. Okay, Jong, glad that you're here, man. Just take this information, apply it, in whatever it is that you see fitting, and see what you can do for you. Okay. List building, this concept here, you guys, okay, is 70% art, okay, 30% science. Traffic generation is more science than art. List building is 70% art, 30% science, okay? And so where most people fail is not in generating traffic. We have a program called Mass Traffic or Internet Traffic Mastery. Teaches you how to get unlimited traffic, unlimited. You want 100,000 visitors, 300,000, it doesn't matter how many visitors you want a day. Okay, my personal best has been over 500,000 visitors in a single 24-hour time frame. Traffic is not an issue. But if you don't understand this concept, okay, then your traffic will be wasted. Your money will be wasted. Your energy will be wasted. And you will not be happy, okay? So you can save a whole bunch of money here by getting great at this concept and the stuff that we're talking about now. Okay? Okay, so establishing authority, so it's a combination, right? Appearance, your enthusiasm, but the third component here is this. The easiest way to establish authority, okay, is by delivering value, okay? By adding value, okay? By adding value. In this day and age, everybody wants to be an authority. Everybody posts Instagram pictures and Facebook, and everybody portrays this great lifestyle that is just like beautiful. They're a rock star, a billionaire, right? Everybody's rich online, right? Everybody's rich online. It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. You see that every time. You see that every day. Right now, here's the name of the game. If you can add value, to this guy right here, if you can add value to this guy, regardless if he buys from you or not, if you can add value, you will create more of this, and the more of this that you got going on, okay, the more of that he will buy from you, and this will just happen by default, okay? Now, adding value, this is where the concept, this is where it kind of fits into the whole, the law of compensation that we talked about, right? You know, 4%. If you've been through the 4% challenge, we talked about it a lot. Okay, 3 things. Law of compensation states 3 things. The need for what you do. Okay, the need for what you do. Is there a need? Okay, for what this guy wants. Is there a need for that result? Probably. Okay, if I'm in the market, there's great need. I have nothing to do with it. Thing number 2 is my ability to do. Okay, my ability to get him. Okay, to fulfill that need for this guy. Okay, it's my ability. Okay, and then thing number 3 would be is how difficult will it be to replace me? Okay, if I take care of number 2, number 3 takes care of itself. Number 1, I don't have anything to do with that anyways. So I really have to get great at my industry, at my ability to fulfill the need, regardless if it's through selling of the product or not. In most cases, it will be through not of the direct sales of the product, okay, that I will demonstrate to him value, okay, then the product becomes a default, a default approach. So that way, as I'm building this business, you see this? So if I'm surveying, perhaps, right? I'm surveying these people, and I know that there is top 3 things that people are looking for, and I'm selling this product. Well, if I'm smart, I will not just sell one product, okay? Because there is no such thing. One product doesn't solve all the issues and all the challenges. So I never want to rely on anything that's one product, one income stream, one traffic source, one customer, one subscriber. Nothing that's ever good, okay? So I want to create I want to be able to, I want to be like a mall, man, right? I want to have that shop. I want to have that ability to, and so the things that I'm promoting, it's like I am like a hub for this person, okay? So he can go and get advice from me on multiple topics, multiple channels, multiple things, and I've got to be sharp as a tack, right, to be able to deliver value to him. And so as I'm doing this, okay, I will know what my people are looking for, and I can focus on them by delivering value, and then talking about some of these things. But in this case, what's going to happen is most of these people will just buy from you naturally. I can't tell you guys how many times people just contact me like, hey, I want to get that. Can you open the door for that? It's like, it's easy. Like making sales is easy. You know what I mean? My goodness, time flies when you are. What is value? Okay, what is value? Okay, so Sebastio Alvaro, okay? All right, so when I'm explaining to you guys this concept here, okay, are you getting this? Is this making sense? Okay, what we need to do is we'll probably dive into the copywriting, because that copywriting will set you up for the communication, because whatever copy they responded to, your communication pieces should revolve around that, while also strategically opening up doors for other cross recommendations, okay, for different products, without really selling. It's a concept I call sell without selling, okay, and then we go into conversion process, okay, that leads to sales. So conversion, it's not a long, hard process if I do this part right, okay? Okay, offer solutions is step number 5. Okay, so get attention. I want to create interest, create a unique experience. By creating a unique experience, I can take them, like the stuff that we're doing, like you guys will witness, okay, that we're doing here in, in the 4%, through creating this hub, okay, creating this place to where entrepreneurs, you can go, you can come hang out, you can watch the shows, you can get, free premium level trainings for free, absolutely free, right? Gives you a unique experience. It creates, okay, value, and creates relationship, okay? Establishes authority. Authority is being established by adding value, being just a type of personality that you are. And these three, and this right here, step number 3, combined, okay, it creates, it establishes a certain aura of authority around you, okay? Maybe next time I will not talk to you guys a little bit about this topic of it's gonna spill over into the communication a little bit, because I do want to talk about communication a little bit, and just like your posture, how do you communicate, that whole approach. Again, the biggest thing I can tell you, man, is don't be desperate, okay? If I have skills, if I know that I can deliver value, okay, and I know my industry, I know my product, I know that I can deliver the result because I'm the student of my industry, I'm the student I'm a product of the product, right? My enthusiasm that we talked about just a minute ago, right? It should be very easy to have genuine, authentic level of enthusiasm that's going to be higher, slightly higher than my market, right? And so that creates an aura, that creates a level of magnetism, if you will, okay, that other people can't see, they can't touch, but it just, like, when people are around you, when people are listening to you, they just feel a certain way, okay, that makes them want to listen to you more, right? Makes them want to hang out with you, and then ultimately, eventually, what you want to do is you want to take them out and you want to put them in your own house, in your own hub, okay? I don't have the time to get into that right now, but having your own home on the internet is super critically important. This is basically, this is your statement. This is like, okay, this is who I am, this is what I got, this is what I stand for, okay? This is where you can come check out, get my value from me. So the product that you're promoting should always be housed in your house, okay? If you don't have your home on the internet, a place where, people can go, like a home for me on the internet is what? It's the 4%, But I wanted to expand this hub so that it would have room for other entrepreneurs to win massively. And even in that environment, guess what? What we're doing here, if you have an account with the 4%, we always talk about this idea of having your own house on the internet, okay? So that you can leverage, like, a lot of people I know would be watching this and they'll be like, oh, that sounds too hard, man. That sounds too complicated. I cannot do that. Guess what? If you're saying you cannot do that, it's because you don't have the skills. So the solution to that is skill up, right? If you don't like something, it's because you're bad at it, If you're good at something, then you like doing it. Hang on one sec. Okay? So I want to become good at certain things so that, okay, so that I can stand out and I can become somebody who is going to be difficult to replace. So what we'll do, you guys, is next time we'll dive deeper and we'll talk more about ideas and strategies and all that good stuff. Let me know if you've enjoyed this. I want to get into this concept a little bit later on. I want to get into the copywriting. I want to talk a little bit about creating the process. But again, remember these things: get attention, create interest, create a unique experience, establish authority by adding value. Okay, if you're not valuable, you don't deserve to get paid well. You don't. If you bring no value to the marketplace, okay, if you get taken out from the marketplace and the marketplace would not notice the difference, you are not bringing value, so therefore your compensation will be reflecting that, okay? You can't complain about it. You can't fuss about it. The only solution is to become more valuable. Skill up, learn things that you need to learn in your space. And then you offer solutions. You don't even sell, man. You offer solutions. This is the easiest thing in the world when you have these top 4 down. Appreciate you guys. Look forward to seeing you on the next episode of the 4% Entrepreneur Show. Be blessed, and remember, always strive to be a 4%er. Appreciate you. See you next time.